anything. I have no pocketbook. I don't even think at 21 I had a credit card. I had a driver's license in my back pocket because, you know, I planned to do that. And $10 in my pocket. I get to the Amico. I go behind the counter. There's a older gentleman there. He kind of looks like an old Mr. Miyagi. Very broken accent. And he says to me, $200. $200, you take your car. I'm like, I have no money. I have no credit card. $200. $200. That's all he wants. I call my sister, who at this time is probably 18, 19 years old. She lives in Oakdale at my, you know, with my parents. I call her up. You have to bring me $200. I'm stuck at the, you know, JFK. Come get me. Okay, I'll come get you. I then proceed. Again, I'm 21, so I'm wearing, of course, and it's the 80s, a jean mini skirt. I was a little thinner than I am now. Jean mini skirt, T-shirt. I can guarantee you my hair was perm. And there's definitely some bleach blonde going in there, right? You can picture it. I go outside. I proceed to sit on the curb and wait. Everything's going to be fine. My sister will get there in an hour. She'll give me the money. I'll drive away. No problem. And it's my parents' car that isn't towed. I can see it behind like a fenced-in gated area behind the gas station. An hour goes by, 2 hours go by, 3 hours go by. I'm sitting there. She's not there. She doesn't come. But what am I going to do? I don't have a cell phone. They didn't exist. I proceed to wait. The whole time I'm waiting, there's a limo driver that's kind of using it as home base while he's picking up people, I guess, to and from the airport, and the tow truck driver who towed my car. The limo driver is like a young, high-energy George Jefferson kind of guy. And the tow truck driver is like the scariest looking man, bodyguard / rap star in the whole entire world. And they're coming to and fro, and they keep talking to me. Can't believe you're still here. Where's your sister? So they're like freaking me out even more than I know where my sister is. At one point, the limo driver's like, you've been sitting on this curb for 3 hours. Come sit in my limo. I go, okay, what the heck? I go sit in his limo. The next thing I know, he hands me his like itinerary of people that he has to pick up. You know, they have the cards that you hold up, like Smith, Jones. He hands me, do you understand this? I said, sure. Gives me a Sharpie. I'm writing it in the back seat. I'm hanging out in the back seat for about 25 minutes. He has to go. He's like, I'll be back later. I go back in. I sit back. I go inside where Mr. Miyagi is. His friends come by. They bring, you know, a bunch of food. They ask me if I want food. I'm like, okay, I'm hungry. I've been here for like 3.5 hours. Next thing you know, I'm sitting behind the counter with Mr. Miyagi, all his friends, eating Chinese spare ribs and rice. They buy me a Coke. I'm drinking a Coke, hanging out. Okay, thank you. You know, everyone leaves. I'm still sitting inside. Probably about 4 hours now. It's close to midnight. I look out of the corner of my eye. I look, and there's a mouse running across the floor towards my feet. I'm like, oh my God, a mouse. I pick up my feet to like lay them on the plate glass window, and I see a rat running across. So I freak out. Oh my God, there's a rat, there's a mouse. Mr. Miyagi's like, whatever, doesn't faze him. I go running out to like the gas station pumps are right there, and there's the gas station attendant who again had known me because I've been there 3-4 hours at this point. I run over to him and I'm like, there's a rat, I just saw a rat. I'd never seen a rat before in my life. I'm gonna sit here with you because there's lights here. It's very bright and I know the rat won't come by the light. He is like the nicest, sweetest man in the whole entire world. He looked like he could have been homeless and a gas station attendant. I'm not really sure. He comes up to me, he's like, yes, sweetie, you sit down. Nothing will go wrong. You sit here. No rat's gonna bother you here. I'm sitting there, I'm waiting. Now I'm watching the traffic pattern changes. It's probably 12:15. No one's coming in and out of JFK at this point. But I see a car kind of weaving in and out, you know. I'm thinking, oh, they must be drunk or something. Weaving in and out, like speeding up and slowing down. And the car pulls up, kind of stops short, like right before it pulls into the gas station. And these two guys jump out. And they're just screaming and yelling at each other, like right in each other's faces. So I'm standing up, I'm like, oh my God, like they're gonna beat each other up. The one guy pulls out a knife, not like a huge like samurai sword knife, but like a little kind of pocket knife. But in my mind, I'm like, I'm totally gonna see someone get murdered. They're arguing, and he's like kind of trying to poke the guy with it, and it's like summer, so he's wearing a t-shirt, pokes him with it, and like literally stabs the guy like right in the arm right here. Not like tons of blood, but he definitely got him. So the calm gas station attendant walks over, somehow gets in the middle of these two, starts yelling that he's going to call the police. One guy jumps in the car takes off, and the other guy that got stabbed in his arm just like walks away like nothing's happening. The homeless gas station attendant comes back to me, and I'm like, oh my God, like you have to call the police. Are you calling the police? What is going on? He's like, don't worry about it. Stuff like this happens all the time. And now I'm like, I literally have got to get out of here because now I'm going to get murdered or like eaten by a rat. It's going to happen. Screw my sister. I waited 4.5 hours for her. I have no idea where she is. Like, I'm done. I'm on my own here. Clearly, it's like survival of the fittest. So I still sit down by the gas station guy. I'm waiting there. And then it's like probably close to 1 a.m. at this point. It's getting on 5 hours that I've been at the airport. And I hear, it's like the voice of God out of the darkness. Just yell. I hear it on the speaker. Is your name Dawn? So in my mind, I'm thinking, my sister must have called me, and Mr. Miyagi's got some kind of a intercom, and he's calling me. So I jump up, I look at the homeless gas station guy, and I said, my sister's on the phone. I have to go get the phone call. He looks at me, because now he knows I'm losing my mind. He's like, what's the matter, sweetheart? I go, I have a phone call. I just heard my name being called. He, again, so sweet this man was, takes my hand, he's like, no, sweetheart. Nobody is calling you. Nobody called your name. There's no phone call for you. You sit down and rest and relax. And now I'm like, oh my God, I'm totally losing my mind. I don't know where my sister is. She's probably dead. I don't know what happened to the guy with the arm. He's probably dead too. There's rats everywhere. I'm all upset. And then the limo driver and the tow truck guy come back at one point, and they're together. They come over to me and they're like, I can't believe you're still here. They're like, listen, we were talking. They had this whole covert operation figured out. After 1 a.m., Mr. Miyagi falls asleep every night. 1 a.m., when that happens. Now, my car's in a gated area, and there's kind of another car in the way. When that happens, like the big, bodyguard guy, when that happens, I'm going to sneak back. Steal the keys to the gate. I'm going to open the gate. The big guy's going to go move the car out of the way. You take your car and you go. You're gone. You're free. And I'm like, wow, I don't know. I'm going to get in trouble. And then they're like, no, it'll work. So now I'm thinking, this whole spy caper is going to work. I'm breaking out of this place. Forget Mr. Miyagi. The bodyguard's moving a car for me, and they're getting the keys. So I'm sitting there waiting for Mr. Miyagi to fall asleep. Of course, he never falls asleep. And again, I hear the voice. Is your name Dawn? I'm like, I know, it's my name. It's my name. I know it's my name. All of a sudden, a bright, shining light shines on me. I look across the street. There's a police car with a light on me. I jump up. I'm like, yes! As if you can't see me. Yes! My name is Dawn. My name is Dawn. He pulls over. He's on the speaker. Stay right there. He comes over to me, gets out of the car, looks at me, and he goes, your sister's been looking for you for hours. Get in the car, we're going to go find her. She's driving a red Nissan Sentra. I'm like, yeah, she got a red Nissan Sentra. I hop in. Now, the whole time he's driving me, we're looking for my sister now. He's like radioing dispatch. Like, again, this is like big operation going on at 1 a.m. at JFK. Okay, we're leaving the Amico station. I have passenger Dawn in my car. We're looking for the red Nissan Sentra. We go to one parking lot. Okay, we're leaving parking lot number 1. We're still looking for the red Nissan Sentra. And dispatch is like, okay, copy. No one can find the red Sentra. So this goes on for like 10 minutes now. Again, I'm like, what do you mean you don't know where my sister is? I thought you said you knew where the red Sentra was. Finally, dispatch comes through and says, okay, we have confirmation. The red Nissan Sentra's at Amico 1. I'm like, yeah, take me to Amico 1. Now, I don't know that my sister did not hear me say I'm at the Amico 1. I've been towed. She just hears I've been towed and go to the terminal. So she's been looking for me the whole time. Oh. She pulls in really slow to the Amico 1. She finally talks to a police officer or security guard who says, oh, she's probably at the Amico station. She pulls in really slow. Mr. Miyagi comes running out of the store, jumps in front of her car to stop her, and goes, Sentra, red Nissan Sentra. She's like, yeah, it's a Sentra. You, follow me, follow me. She follows him into the store. He picks up the phone. This, swear to God, it's the only thing he says. This is Amico 1. We have Sentra. And he hands the phone. And like, out of a movie, she just picks up the phone and says, hello? And the guy on the other line goes, her name's Deanna. Deanna, we're coming home. I have your sister on one of our patrol cars. Do not move. Stay there. With that, I pull in. She hops out. we start hugging, we start crying. The policeman that I'm driving around with was like, reunited. And like 5 hours later, that's when we finally found ourselves. And now I'm thinking, all these police have doing is like driving around looking for these two ditzy girls with like permed blonde hair. But the thing that kind of stuck with me with the strangers was, like, I would never have met any of these people normally. And if anyone had probably come over to me and said, can I help you? I would have been like, no, get away from me, you're gonna like, rob me or something. And they were all like so nice. Like even the tow truck guy who was just doing his job, like they were so nice to me. They gave me dinner, they gonna take me out. The homeless gas station guy was like, no, like trying to like bring me back down because he thought I was losing my mind. So like to this day, I think like I'm not as nervous around like, people that I normally wouldn't be, because I really truly think that people just at the end of the day, like, will really want to help you. Aww.